it's going to be cold, and the rut is going to be great.
Nice 10, come out, Jason, some goes around.
I don't care where those bucks are going to come from or where you think they're going to come from. No matter what, they're not going to stop until they get to that downwind side.
Oh, that's a big buck, man.
For whitetail hunters, the dreaded lockdown is one of the most unproductive times of deer season. For a few, it can be one of the luckiest times, but unfortunately far less than we hope. Lockdown is the phase when a doe becomes submissive to a buck and allows him to become her breeding partner. Although this description does little justice to the real science behind it, a simplistic view of this behavior will save many of us from ripping our hair out over hunting bucks during the lockdown phase. This just happens to be the time when the majority of does are receptive. The lockdown effectively stops the chase phase that so many of us hope and dream of. When a buck and doe begin lockdown, they'll often do so in a small area. They will not travel much and will remain close to the feeding and bedding areas. Their primary focus for several days will be just to breed and stay secluded. It's not uncommon to have random mature whitetails show up on your cameras for a few days during the rut but never return. This is often part of the intrigue many hunters have with this time of the year, a chance at deer that do not normally travel their areas. Additionally, you may see higher deer movement in general. The most difficult part of this time of year is the lack of patterns or habitual behavior by whitetails in general. Here today, gone tomorrow. Weather this week will play a huge role in activity witnessed. The fact is, the rut will not stop if we get warm temperatures or low pressure systems. It just simply moves that movement into the nighttime. The forecast is still looking great though amongst most of whitetail country, with all the apps pointing to high activity. And the moon phase rolling back around to peak movements edging the morning and evening traditional feeding times.
Hey, it's Brandon with the Journey Television. Open a weekend here in Texas. It's a little warm, the moon's kind of wonky a little bit, but with the Hunt Stand app, I've been able to keep an eye, a very close eye on everything. And now, with all of our stealth cameras being linked to our Hunt Stand map locations, with the whitetail forecast and the stealth cam, I'm able to see live movement with what my deer are doing and pair that up with the whitetail forecast to see how they're jiving. And as of right now, it's pretty typical that our deer are moving closer to the evening, night, in the middle of the night. And so now I know what to expect this weekend. If you're not doing that, I highly suggest that you pick it up, get the Hunt Stand app, get you some stealth cams, stick them out there. I promise you'll be 10 times more successful.
We stress the importance that if the rut is on or is about to start, you should use all available resources to hunt a mature buck that shows up on your camera. Call in sick, get in the woods. More likely than not, you may only have a 72-hour window before he suddenly disappears again. The 2023 Rut Report is proudly brought to you by these fine partners: Mossberg, since 1919; Taurus, award-winning pistols and revolvers; Pyramid Air, the right products for your needs; Raw Frozen Scents; Habit Outdoors; Forget Genetics; Reveal Cellular Cameras; SpyPoint Cameras; Stealth Cam, and Muddy Outdoors.